Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Today, I would like to talk to you a very important subject. And there are many people who are, I would say, TNT or undocumented migrants, or I would say illegal migrants. And today, my topic is about which is better. Alin ang mas maganda? If a person is an overstayer, would it be better for that person to stay in the UK, make an application in the UK, or would it be better for the person to go back to the Philippines and apply to come back to the United Kingdom? And I would like, my aim today is to give you a summary of the pros and cons if you as the applicant who may, or if you know someone who are or who is an illegal migrant, maybe this message is for them. I'm sorry mga kapatid because I am coughing. The pros and cons is this. Number one, if you are applying in the UK, even if a person is an overstayer, what are the benefits in applying in the United Kingdom? And I would be giving you some of my insights on for you so that you can make a decision for yourself. Number one that I can see, if you intend to apply in the United Kingdom, number one is magkasama kayo. You are together with your partner. If you're applying as a partner, of course. If you're applying as a partner, and if you have a partner in the UK who is either British or ILR, someone with settled status, the good thing that I see is that you are together. If you are together, kung magkasama kayo, then maganda, magkasama kayo. Kung magkasama kayo, you can, if you are still able, kung babae ka, baka magkaanak kayo. Baka magkaroon ng declaration ng amnesty. And other compassionate reasons that can come into play if you made the application inside the United Kingdom. But the one thing that I see, and I always notice this, I always remind my clients, one of the ramifications, one of the consequences in making an application inside the UK is the expense. Very, very expensive. Because obviously, the government, the UK visa immigration, will not make it easy for you to succeed. They will challenge you, they will really fight, they will really send the best barrister and lawyer in court to defeat you. But I'm not saying you're not gonna win. But at least it gives you an insight, an idea whether you will pursue the application inside the UK. And the thing as well that I see is that if you happen to succeed in your application in the UK with all this uphill task and you succeeded, you will be given a 10 years visa, which means that only after 10 years you will be eligible for ILR, for indefinite leave to remain. Okay? Now, let's talk about making an application outside of the UK. When you make the decision that I will go home to the Philippines in Manila and apply to come back to the UK, what are the pros and cons? And many people are so scared, oh attorney, if I return to the Philippines and I am an overstayer in the UK, will that be a problem? And my answer is this. Number one that you have to remember, overstaying will not be a reason for the decision of the Home Office in Manila. They cannot use overstaying. Hindi nila pwedeng gamitin yung pagti-TNT mo na, ay, nag-TNT ka, nag-TNT ka, so you're not gonna succeed. No. I have someone who I fought hard on this, and I won in the upper tribunal, where I said to the judge, if the home office will succeed, that after an overstayer decided to go home and apply to come back, and that application is refused, we are sending a wrong message to the public. We are sending a wrong message to the public that even if they go home, they're gonna be refused, and the relationship is gonna be broken down. So that application, which I won in the upper tribunal myself, succeeded, and that Filipina managed to come back to the United Kingdom. So they are now together as husband and wife. What are the other benefits in making an application outside the UK? If the relationship is genuine and subsisting, kapag nakita ng government na totoo naman talaga, na-satisfy mo yung cohabitation requirements, na-satisfy mo yung financial requirements and English language requirements, at hindi nila pwedeng gamitin yung overstaying for their decision, it's very easy to succeed outside of the UK. And secondly, mga kaibigan, and thirdly, by the way, is it's less expensive. Because if you applied in the UK, it's gonna be more expensive, because obviously, very likely the application will be refused, except for when there are compassionate and exceptional grounds, which is very, very high threshold. Napakahirap manalo niyan. Kapag TNT, tas nag-apply ka sa loob, napakataas ng threshold na kailangan mong i-overcome to succeed. But if you apply outside the UK, less expensive. One application lang. If everything is okay, if everything is submitted, lahat na meet naman requirements, easy to come back. But, I always have to suggest and remind that if you apply outside the UK, and one of the hurdles is that you and your partner will be separated. I'm talking about geographically. And sadly to say, there are couples who have been together in the UK, but after a while, the relationship broke down. So that's one way of consideration. But having said that, the good thing about applying outside of the UK is that if you succeed in making an application from Manila to enter the UK, you will be given 5 years. And after 5 years, you will be entitled for ILR. You will be entitled to permanent settlement. Whereas if you apply in the UK and you succeeded, you will be given 10 years. So there's a lot of every 2.5 years, you renew. Imagine 10 years. So every 2.5 years, you renew. If you apply inside the UK, 4 times ka magre-renew. Samantalang, if you apply outside of the UK and you succeed, 2 beses ka lang magre-renew. So it's cheaper, less expensive. Okay? So mga kaibigan, hanggang doon lamang po because of our time constraint. I just wanted to give you, even nag-uubo po ako, pasensya na kayo. But I just wanted to give you a highlight, something to think about, something to consider, whether shall I go home, shall I go, or shall I stay? Okay? So God bless you po, and speak to you soon.